everybody. As you can see, I have received a package. I am going to be opening this. This is a sponsored video from Victoria's Moon. I was one of the last few, I think, that was asked to do this video. I was recommended by another YouTuber who doesn't want to be named to do this, and I watched a few videos just to kind of see, I did some research on the company and decided that yes, I wanted to kind of go out of my comfort zone. I wanted to try somebody new. So I wrote to Alvina. She had sent me an email and I wrote back to her. I took my time choosing which picture. I tried to make sure that I didn't get one that anybody else had. I'm not one really to step out of my box when I'm ordering from a new company, unless I know that they're really, really good. I'm really careful about which companies that I order from. I don't have a strict criteria like some people do, but I do want to make sure that I'm getting a good quality picture for the money that I'm paying for it, because I don't have a lot of money to burn. So I had decided, I'd watched a few videos. I'd only seen one or two that were not favorable. Most of them were favorable that I saw, and so I decided yes, I would do this. So we're going to get into it. It came exactly like this. I will say the shipping was really fast. It took it about 5 days to get to me. It did ship out of Dubai, and it says, I believe the origin says that it was from the country of manufacture, says People's Republic of China. So it went from Dubai to Germany, Germany to Belgium, Belgium to Cincinnati, went through customs there, and then it actually flew out of Cincinnati this morning at like 2 a.m., got to Dallas at 9, and I had this in my hands about 3 o'clock. So that's pretty impressive. I don't care which carrier that you're using. So I will give them that. So first impression on the shipping was good. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. I've only blacked out my name on here. I haven't done anything else to it. This is my first go at anything. And I will say, I did notice as I brought this home, because my packages get shipped to the place where I work, because we don't, I don't like them being left on my porch here. And I live in an apartment complex, so, that's never ideal. And I do face the street, like you can see my front door from the street, so that's never a good option. But I did notice that while I was moving the box, while I was picking it up and carrying it to move it, to the car and things, you can feel the drills sliding around inside. So I really hope that that has not affected the inside of the canvas. I hope that that means that the inside of the canvas is wrapped well around the drills, since they are freely moving. So there's that. That's just a, the basic trash bag, black plastic, whatever. Here's the box. It doesn't look like the box has received much damage. There's a little bit here where it looks like something may have been kind of squashed on it, but it doesn't look like, it doesn't feel like it's been completely crushed or anything. So let's go ahead and open this up. Both ends are taped and are still closed. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And I'm using the X-Acto knife today, so definitely making sure that I'm careful. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing when I open the box. It looks like I got one of the pens, which I'm kind of excited. I haven't tried one of these, so I'm excited to see if the wax end will work. It is a little bit melted, but it's also 100 degrees in Texas today, so if it's wax being melted really does not surprise me. It is still in its center there, so this may be just the way that they come. I don't know. I've never seen one of these in person before. But if I decide I don't like this for diamond painting, I have a couple of friends that do nail art, and they will like it, because that's what this originally, I think, is for, is a nail art pen. So you use the pointy end down here to pick up a gem or whatever, or you can use your wax end. But I believe these are nail art pens, for those of you that weren't aware, and the beads inside are pink. So it is a very cute little pen. Okay, so let's see here. I can already tell the edges are just a little bit wonky, nothing too terrible. And there are the drills. I can't really see anything. So you just have a basic toolkit, a small thing of wax. These tweezers I don't ever use. The metal tweezers, I don't like them. Green Boat pen with a 9-placer. And I actually really like that they send the double-sided adhesive, because I've had pictures before where it's literally like 1 or 2 squares and they just don't stick. And I don't know if that's, you know, it got too hot or what. I don't know what causes that. But I actually really like that they have that so that you can use that for something else. So I will be saving that part of it. The rest of the toolkit, honestly, I could do without. I would really like a company to give you the option of whether to include a toolkit or not. Because once you get your basic toolkit, and then if you buy more accessories, you really don't need those basic toolkits. So I would really like that if the company would offer to, the box is empty, if the company would offer to let you forego that. Okay, so this is a 50 by 70. This particular design has actually been on my wish list since I very first started diamond painting almost a year ago now. It's one of the first pictures that went on my wish list. I was very excited that they had it. Now, I was offered a 60 by 60 canvas by Alvina or something equivalent to that. They did not have this in a 60 by 60 square picture, so I got 50 by 70. I figured that's 60 by 60, right? It's kind of how I do math. So, as you can see, you can tell the drills have been wrapped around it by its square shape. It is bent just a little bit here, and these edges on this side are a little bit, just a little bit crumpled. Nothing major. I cut all this white off, so to me, that's nothing that I can't deal with. So let's go ahead and open this up. I would like to see this, like many others, on a foam roller. I think that would prevent a lot of this creasing that you see. I know you can get this out by laying it flat. I'll hang mine up. I hang all of my diamond paintings up in the closet. But you know, if you press it flat or whatever, you should be fine. So let's go ahead and flip it over, because the back will tell the truth. So it looks like, as far as the back goes, I'm just going to move it around a little bit. There might be right here, there might be a little bit of a river. Could just be where it's kind of bent a little bit, but for the most part, that actually looks really, really nice. I hope you guys can see that. I'm not seeing anything other than the lines where it was wrapped around the drills. So I hate any company, I don't care which company it is, don't wrap your canvases around your drills. They don't provide enough support, and you get these lines all the way through. Put it on a foam roller. Those foam rollers are probably like 30 cents. Like, just bite the bullet and put it on a foam roller. Okay, so this feels very much like a polyester canvas. It is on a little bit on the thicker side. It's actually doesn't feel too terrible. It feels pretty good. I actually like that there's not lettering all over the canvas, all the way around the edges. The key is over here. This picture does have 35 colors. This key is very small. And I'm kind of anxious now about some of these symbols, because some of these are very dark. I'm definitely going to have to use a light pad if they're as dark on the actual canvas as they are on the key. So I'm going to hold your key up so you can see it, if you can see it. There you go. And I'll insert a picture. There's the picture that I got. It is a Harry Potter picture. I'm sure so many of you are very surprised that I got a Harry Potter picture. If you can't see that real well, when I go back and review video, I will input a picture of the actual canvas. So, I'm not seeing anything majorly wrong with the top of the canvas. It doesn't look, it actually relaxed pretty well, I will say, compared to some of the ones that I saw. It did get a little bent right here, but that's also where the canvas was bent. So the next thing I'm going to say, I absolutely would recommend that if you're going to send the opaque covers, which I prefer opaque covers. I actually reuse all of mine. So you can see, like, here's one, I've cut it down, I reuse these. Even on the Diamond Art Clubs, I am not a fan at all in any way, shape, or form of the clear canvas or the clear covers. All of my pictures have opaque covers placed on them. I've never done the parchment paper because I've always just reused what I have. You need to cut this down. So it is incredibly hard to do a picture, in my opinion, that is one large sheet of adhesive. So that would be a suggestion there. So first suggestion, I'll go over them at the end. We'll just do that. So yeah, absolutely, like, make this in maybe either halfway on the picture so that you have half and half, because I work on the pictures sideways because they're on my board. So I work on them just like this, and then I flip them over the other way and work on the other side. So I work from here to the middle, from the bottom to the middle, and from the top to the middle. So that's absolutely something I think that needs to be done, is to cut down and make it a little more user-friendly for your customers. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to very carefully peel this back. It looks like maybe a couple millimeters over the side at the top, the glue. And then on the actual side over here, it's probably maybe half an inch over. Again, that's not something that really bothers me because I just cover it with masking tape or washi. It's definitely not the worst I've ever seen by any means. It's actually pretty good. So I'm just going to keep pulling this back. I'm not seeing any rivers. I am not seeing any divots. I'm not seeing any bubbles so far. Ooh, that is very sticky. It is. That's very sticky canvas. Okay. The colors just on the canvas by itself are actually very pretty. And I really hope that is green. Let me see. Nope, that is 310. So everywhere that you can see green, over here on the edges, at the top, and around the sides, that is all 310 land. I knew this picture was going to be dark. There should be lots of purples in it, and my room is done in purple and black, white, and gray. So this picture will fit in perfectly. That is where I'm hanging all my Harry Potter DPs that I'm doing, is in my bedroom. So you can see there is the top part. So you can see part of dang it. You can see part of Hedwig's sunny beaches. Okay. The bird's wing is here. We've got the moon, and then the rest of this is just kind of like trees and things. And then this back here is the castle. So you should be able to, in this top corner, see the castle back here behind her. I'm interested to see. I really hope that turns out, because I'm going to be very disappointed if it doesn't. So one of the reasons I got it this size, I could have gotten it in a 45. I think it was 45 by 60, but I was afraid that you wouldn't get the detail that I wanted out of this. I had originally planned on ordering this in this large size anyway. The one that I found on AliExpress was going to be this size. So I didn't feel like I was going crazy by ordering it this large, because this was the size I was going to get originally. So, and like I said, this picture has been on my wish list for a very, very long time. And it was probably going to be either a Christmas or a birthday present for myself coming up. My birthday's not till January. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is one of those, it's kind of hard to see what the picture is if you don't know, or at least I'm kind of having trouble. It looks a little bit better. It looks a little easier to see on camera. So here's the bottom part of Hedwig. Oh, see, that time I could say it. We've got a candle over here. We've got books, a wand, Harry's glasses there, the round glasses. So I absolutely love this picture. I think it's fantastic. You really can see that on camera. You can definitely see the book. You can see the glasses. Yeah, that looks good on camera. I'm going to be in 310 land, which I knew. I can't blame nobody to blame but myself. I was originally looking at Hogwarts Castle to get this picture in, and I realized it was not going to be big enough. I think Hogwarts is going to have to be probably over 100 by 100. I'm just not ready to tackle that yet. So let me show you before I close it up. Let me show you the drill field. I'm not seeing, I'm going to really look. There are some dark drills, like dark fields, but nothing in person is unreadable. All these symbols seem to be very easily read and very clear. So let me show you. Hopefully you can see that. Again, the green is all 310s. So to me, the symbols are good. Now, I will say this, the key on either side, I don't use the key other than in the initial setup of the picture when I'm, putting my drills in containers. I use the key then, especially if there's not a inventory sheet. But other than that, the only time I really use these keys on here is if I'm checking a color. So my Ariel and Mermaid that I'm working on right now, there's two symbols. They've got capital N and lowercase n, and they've also got lowercase u. And so I'm having to double check N and U. Luckily, they're two very different colors, but I'm having to double check often to make sure I'm putting down the right color. That's really the only time that I come back and I use the key. Other than that, I would say this probably needs to be bigger. It is very hard. Even for me, it is less than 10 inches from my face, and it's hard to read as small as it is. So make your key bigger. A lot of people say put it on both sides. Again, to me, it doesn't do anything for me because I don't use it. So we're going to flip it back over this way. I'm pretty happy with the canvas. I've seen, I think, just about all of the unboxings, and I will say this is probably one of the better canvases that we've gotten. I'm completely happy with this. I don't feel like I got it too big. I was a little worried. Maybe I should have got the smaller size, in honesty. But I think this is going to be the perfect size. I really like the colors in this. So I'll be interested to see when it's done what it looks like, and I really hope it meets my expectations. I hope this is a square, so I hope that the drills are good uniform sizes and that I don't have drill issues, because that would make me incredibly sad if I had issues with the drills. So let's look here. So the drills come pre-bagged. This is only the second painting I've ever gotten that they are in Ziplocs instead of the plastic baggies. I really like them in the Ziplocs. I really enjoyed the other picture that I got that they were packaged this way. So that was one of the things that did attract me to this particular company, was the way that they did the bags. So, surprise, surprise, there's 310s. Nice big bag, and I bet these are also 310s. Nope, these are 939s. So it's a good thing I did Ariel and Flounder, because I'm going to be hurting in the dark colors. There's the 823s, which are their companions. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different shades of purple, which makes me very happy. So we've got 327 purple. We've got 154s, which are actually my favorite purple. I like the 154s more than the 550s, which is 550. Then we've got this really gorgeous lavender shade, which are 3042s. We've got one shade off of that, which is 3041s. It's another lavender shade, just a shade darker. And then we've got this really light lilac, is what I would call that color, 3743. So there's those. Everything else, we've got lots of browns because there's trees and bushes and things. So we've got all kinds of browns, grays. I don't really know what that color is. Steel gray, I guess. That's an interesting new one. Lots of greens. So you can see we've got lots of neutral colors, which I was kind of expecting. It looks like another steely gray color. What I'm not seeing that has me a little concerned, I'm wondering if these are Hedwig's. Because Hedwig is supposed to be a snowy owl. And so I thought we might get some white to do her feathers with. Now I'm a little concerned, because there is not any white here. Which makes me wonder if these grays, I'm wondering if these grays here are what Hedwig actually comes out. That'll be very interesting to see. So here's all of the colors. These colors actually look really good. I'm going to choose some and pour them into a tray so you can see what they are. Just looking into the bags, for what it's worth, I don't see a lot of trash. I don't see a lot of, I really am not seeing any major knobbly bits right now. None of them look oily, which probably when they come in the baggies, I don't think I've ever seen ones in baggies that are oily. So let me find my tray here. I'm rushing to the finish trying to get Ariel and Flounder done. So please excuse the mess I'm crafting. Alright, so we're going to take the 310s because 310s always tell. And I think Jeremy said, that's Jeremy JTMJ Crafts, has said that his lighter colors are the ones that are giving him trouble. So that's probably too many in here. Let's see. Ooh. I'm going to get them everywhere, I'm sure. Excuse me while I spill drills everywhere. Okay. I mean, I do mean everywhere. This is why I don't work out of the bags. All of mine actually get kitted up because, yeah. Alright, let's see here. They're not... Oh, I bet they're staticky. They look a little staticky. That's okay. That's an easy fix. These actually look really good, you guys. They're not in there perfectly. But take a look at that. I'm not seeing any knobbly bits. Not seeing any trash. Sparkle is okay. I'm not seeing any major sparkle. Just give me a second. We're going to turn on the high beams. Not the sparkliest drills I've seen. I'm not going to lie, guys. They're okay. But they do look really good. From what I'm seeing, nope, that's just a piece of trash. I was going to say there's a little knobbly bit. I see little little, you know, brown pieces in here where they've, you know, the drill didn't form properly or whatever kinds of things that you get. So let's try 1 or 2 more. I think we're going to find a nice light color to go with. If I can get these back in their bag. Good night. Really? Excuse me. Some days. Some days. Okay. So the bags are actually really easy to read. They have the number in the order that they're on the key. They've got the DMC, and then they have how many grams are in each bag. So let's see. Here's a nice light color. I've had problems with some pinks before, so let's see how these do. Oh, we had a stowaway. There's a red in here. I'm really not seeing anything in these either. I don't know how well you'll be able to see. Oh yeah, you can see those. So you can see there. That's actually really good. So I am working on, like I said, I'm trying to finish Ariel and Flounder. And I'll show you where I'm at here in just a second. If you want, I can do that. I'm really enjoying it. I needed one. I needed a break from these darker paintings. Because I went from doing Hogwarts crest on the black background to doing Groot, which most of you have seen Groot, which is like galaxy style type things. And then I went to Firstborn, and I finished Firstborn, and then I started Ariel and Flounder, and then ended up doing this little light of mine. So I have done, what is that, 4 or 5 in a row that are dark or darker canvases. And at that point I needed not black, not 310s, not 939s, and not 823s. So yeah, I'm just going to put these in a bag I have down here because this will get kitted up in the next week or two. I will be doing probably at least 1 or 2 whip and chats. I'll be posting pictures on the progress of this one. Guys, I'm really excited. I know that you've seen what this company can do. I'm not going to tell you not to buy from a company. I'm only going to give you my honest review. Okay? So honestly, not knowing, if I didn't know anything at all about the company, from what I've unboxed today, I would say, yes, I would probably buy from this company. Knowing everything that I know from other YouTubers' experiences, because what you should do is shop around. Everybody should shop around. That's exactly what I do when a new company comes out. I shop around. I go look at their images. I give them a month or 2 to see how they do in customer service. What are people saying? Because to me, you guys are just as much of a I don't let you guys tell me what to buy, if that makes sense. But if you guys have a bad experience with a company, that's going to make me think twice. So I know some people have had really bad experiences with this company, and I completely respect that, especially after watching the videos. Some of you have had great experiences so far, and that's fantastic. We can only be and know what our experiences are, and by sharing with each other. So I realized I'm like the 55th person to review one of these from this company. I feel like I've been really honest. I've showed you every step of the way, and I do this with every single picture that I unbox. I look at it just like I looked at it with you guys. If I don't do it on camera, I do it in person. I don't necessarily have a list or a rating sheet that I go to, but I look for what I like, what I don't like. So just summarizing it up, first thing I would recommend is a foam roller. I know you've heard it before. You're going to hear it until you actually put your foam rollers in. To me, as cheap as a foam roller is, it's stupid not to have them in your pictures, especially in a community that's as established as diamond painting. You know what the results are. And about wrapping things around drills, I hate when things come wrapped around my drills. I would rather you put it in there, roll it up, and put my drills in separately than wrap a canvas around drills, personally. That's one of my pet peeves. I don't like it. So my first thing is a foam roller. My second suggestion would be to cut your covers and make them more user-friendly. This is not very user-friendly, but you know what? That's not a major deterrent. I can cut this as I go. I can put on different ones, okay? I'm not going to beat that. I'm not going to beat it like it's a dead horse, okay? It's got an opaque cover. I'm happy with that. The canvas, it seems to be really sticky. The drill field is clear. That's one of my pet peeves, is when you can't see the drills. Looking again at this, I'm not seeing any repeating symbols. So it doesn't have arrows that all point 4 different directions. Looks like there's an up arrow pointing straight up, and then there's one diagonal. So that's not a big deal. Yeah, for the most part, all of these symbols seem to be very distinctive. I don't think I'll have an issue with that. Like I said, the one I'm working on now is from Sophie Beauty, and it's got 4 or 5 different symbols that are kind of like repeating ones, and it's been kind of a pain a little bit. So good job on the symbols so far. I'll let you know as we go, because sometimes you don't know there's a problem until you get into it. I'm not looking for problems with this canvas. Yes, I've watched the videos, but my honest opinion, just like every other store, I've tried to do this as impartially as possible. My canvas looks good. My canvas seems to be in good condition. This last little bit will fall out by the time that I get to it. I'm not concerned. My beads look good. I'm hoping that they will fit. We won't have any issues with popping or anything like that. Thank you for the special gift with the pen. I'm going to try it. Just like everything else, everything is worth a try. I don't honestly think I'll like it, but I'll give it a try. So, and if I don't like it, I will pass it to someone that can use it. Shipping was great. Like I said, it was 5 days from the day it shipped until it was in my hand, so that is fantastic. And honestly, guys, I would say foam core, cut your top sheet. Second recommendation. Third recommendation, I really would like to have an inventory sheet, because I do like to be able to make my stickers. As you can see, this helps so much when kitting up. So I really would like an inventory sheet. I don't have a printer at home. I can't just throw this on the printer and print one. That is really annoying. And then I did notice when looking on your website, one of the things I try to look for is if you have a mock-up, like where you can actually see the graph on these. That would be something I would recommend on your website, is being able to see the actual chart so you can see what it looks like before we order it. And the other thing I would say is several of the descriptions on your website say cheap, canvas, whatever, take off cheap. It just makes me not want to buy it, because it makes me think I'm not getting a great product. So I would say look at your descriptions on your webpage and take off anything that says cheap, because that's not a great descriptor for anybody in business of any kind. I'm not going to address the issues with stolen images. I feel like that has been beat to death. To each their own. I would not buy those images. I have reported those images, and I will continue to do so. That's up to each person and their moral code. And I'm not going to get into it to be criticized about it. So, again, we're not going to talk about that. If you want to talk to me about that, you can send me an IM or Facebook or whatever. Okay, let's see. I promised to show you Ariel and Flounder. So here's Ariel and Flounder so far. I am just about halfway. I'm going to sit and work on this part tonight. Hopefully I can finish this section. So you can see there. I am worried because in this section here, I haven't had a problem until I got right here. And in this section here, I'm having some popping drill issues. Now, this is going in a frame behind glass, so I probably will not seal it, but I may have to go back and do a little bit of surgery. So you can see there I had about 5 that needed to be popped in. This has been rolled multiple times, and it is only this section that I've had the issue in. So there's Ariel. Flounder, I was a little concerned about the colors, but it came out really well. But you guys, can you see where her hands are pink? This really is bothering me. Down here, these are Ariel's hands where she's hugging him. I think it's supposed to look like shadow. It looks okay on camera. In person, it's not great. So, and you can see where I was talking about the orange in her face. It's very orange. But those are different symbols. I think those are going to be more cream and skin tones. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. We're just going to finish it. We're going to do our damnedest to finish this thing. Those of you that have purchased stickers, thank you so much. The first batch of those went out in yesterday's mail. The second batch will probably go out by Friday. I think I've got about 4 or 5 that have come in the last week or so that I need to get set up and mailed. Let's see where they're at. They're back here behind me. Don't forget, you only have, and for the month of August, those are the special ones there. I'm not going to show you. You only have the month of August to buy them. So, as you can see, I've got my stack. I started cutting the other night. I had to cut some more. But they're all here. You guys, if you watch the DP-a-thon wrap-up video, you will see all of the stickers except for the surprise one. And if you want them $10, you will get a full set of 14 stickers. I go more into depth than that. But yes, that will be open for the entire month of August. I will try to remember to put the links in the description box below. So guys, until I see you next time, this is my Victoria Moon unboxing. It was a sponsored canvas that they gave to me for free. I really do appreciate the opportunity to unbox and do a review for that company. And I've really enjoyed having all of the different opinions, all of the different points of view on all of the issues, all of the great things about this company. You know, we can only make it work as a group, make it work all together, but we all have our own different points of view. So, from what I unboxed today, I think this will be a nice, fun project to work on. It will be coming up in the next few weeks. If you haven't subscribed, guys, please subscribe. Click that button, hit the notification bell. I would love to have you back. I should be getting back into real life, I guess, or YouTube life. Probably at the end of September. I'm still gonna try to do a video a week for you. Until then, we do have some things coming up. I'm going tomorrow to meet with the logistics company and our representative from St. Jude to do a final walkthrough for the walk run. Things are kind of sliding into place at the end here. We're about a month and a half out of our walk run date. So you guys have contributed a big part of the fundraising efforts there. I'm so proud to call you guys my friends. Thank you again for everything that you do and have done for this. And I'm trying to think what else is coming up. My niece is due September 1st, so I'm going to be an auntie again here soon. I think I've talked about all of this kind of stuff. I talked to my mom today, and we're just going to kind of keep moseying along. That's kind of what's coming up. October, the Scottish stuff will start back. So a couple of you did say you would like to see some of the Scottish stuff, so I will be posting that. You guys may get to help me next week. I've got 30 flags coming that I have to figure out how to unwrinkle. So we may have a little video on that. That'll be fun. They're all different countries and things like that, so maybe we'll have a little quiz. When I do get to 300, I have been collecting stuff for a giveaway, so I will be doing some kind of giveaway if I get to 300. So I think that's it, guys. I'm going to go eat my leftovers from last night, and then I'm going to sit here and diamond paint and watch something on the TV, or maybe somebody's going live tonight. I'm not sure. Either way, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate all of you coming, watching, listening to me ramble. And I hope that you are able to make up your mind on whether you want to purchase from this company, whether you want to stick to the companies that you know. Again, I'm always real leery of trying new people and new companies. So I completely understand. I'm very happy that this seems to have been a good experience so far. We'll see how it goes when I start working on it. But I'll let you know either way. Until the next time I see you guys, stay well, be careful. And remember, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to try things. Bye, guys.